All right, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody, depending on when and where you're logging in from, of course, and welcome to this Tron Chain presentation. Now, usually we do these on Mondays, but I had to postpone that one due to a little bit of work, so that's why we're doing this special one on a Wednesday. Now, it's a pleasure to see you guys all here. We are going to look at a brand new presentation of Tron Chain. It's going to be a short and sweet one. We're going to do a short and sweet Q&A after, so if you guys have any questions, if something comes up, please hold off until after we're done with the presentation, and then just type it in the chat box and we will go through it. Now, good morning to everybody from the Philippines. Good morning to everybody from or good evening maybe. Good morning to everybody from the United States, and good evening to everybody in the Europe and Africa. Now, guys, we are going to go straight into the presentation. Let me just share the screen, and we are going to look at what is the hottest smart contract on the market, not even right now, but for a long, long time already. Tron Chain, my friends, has been the #1 DApp and smart contract ranked on DApp Radar for more than 8 consecutive weeks. And it's not just on the Tron blockchain, it's for all protocols on all categories. Guys, that is tremendous. And why is it like this? Well, it's because Tron Chain is unique. It is the world's first decentralized community support one, which is designed by the people for the people. And Tron Chain is brought to you by the ECLIPCITY dev team and was designed with the intention of serving as a fair and just financial support system. This is what we're going to look a little bit further into. Now, before we look at what Tron Chain is, I want us to check out what is a smart contract. Basically, a smart contract is a self-executing contract which is deployed on the public blockchain. That means it's a fully automated program that follows a specific protocol that it has been programmed to do. A smart contract can store any kind of value. It can store any kind of token, and it can execute transfers when requirements of that contract has been met without the need of a third party. And that is what makes it so unique. It also has the characteristics of being immutable, tamper-proof, fair, just, and fully transparent, which brings trust and confidence. Now, a smart contract will do only what it's programmed to do. Once deployed on the public chain, it cannot be altered, it cannot be stopped, and it cannot be controlled by anyone. The smart contract acts strictly according to its protocol. Now, there are also no limits to what a smart contract algorithm can do. With the ever-expanding DeFi industry that is emerging, we will see more and more ways where smart contract technology is utilized to bring real-life financial services to the blockchain world. The unique with smart contracts is that it does not require a third party for verification. Through smart contract and blockchain technology, we already have the verification, and it's decentralized. So a smart contract is there to simply perform the action it has been programmed to do without the need of a third party or any human intervention at all. Now, what is the Tron Chain Smart Contract? Well, the Tron Chain Smart Contract has been designed by ECLIPCITY to provide everyone with a DeFi support fund, a community fund where everyone supports everyone and is fully based on the Tron blockchain and smart contract technology. Anyone can deposit Tron to the Tron Chain Fund and to support the Tron Chain community members. When making a deposit, the contract code will now be activated, and the person who deposited will start to receive support back in form of a 1% daily return. And you do so until 310% has been received. Now, Tron Chain is 100% decentralized and community-based as a project. This means that there are no guarantee of income or any additional profits which is generated in the Tron Chain as a project. All that you receive from Tron Chain is received from other community members, as this is a peer-to-peer support model where you support others and others support you back. Now, the ECLIPCITY dev team is developing multiple projects within DeFi, online gaming, banking, and crypto debit cards that will complete the vision of a complete ecosystem of several services in multiple billion-dollar industries to generate additional revenue added to the Tron Chain Community Fund. Tron Chain can actually be viewed as a decentralized third party, my friends, and it ensures complete fairness, transparency, and justice for all participants of the Community Support Fund, all according to the algorithm code. Important to know is that there are no mediators or intermediaries No owners, no company, no CEO or human interaction, which is all effectively guaranteeing the fairness of all participating partners and partners funds according to the rules of the smart contract. That is TRONCHAIN in a nutshell. Let's break it down even further. How does it work? Well, one, you can deposit TRX to the TRONCHAIN community. The contract code will activate 24 hours after your deposit. You will receive a 1% return. You will continue to receive that 1% return every 24 hours until you receive 310% of your deposit. Now, the 310% of support can be received in 4 different ways. You have 1, which is completely passive, and then you have 3, which is optional and by marketing. When the 310% support is received through any of these 4 ways, a new deposit must be made to continue earning or receiving from the fund in any way. Now, the 4 ways is as following. 1, we have the 1% daily return on your deposit, which goes for a maximum of 310 days. This is 100% passive to all community members of TRONCHAIN. Now, the second one is a 10% direct referral commission for sharing and growing the community and its fund. The third one is a matching commission, which is based upon your partner's daily 1%. And we have a daily top sponsor pool, which goes by 3% of all deposits that comes into TRONCHAIN. Let's view them in detail. The 1% daily return is pretty straightforward. It is 1% of the deposited amount will be received as daily return by users. Now, the system algorithm will continue to send out the 1% up to the point when the maximum income limit of 310% is received. As an example, say that you support the fund with 1,000 TRX. You can now receive 3,100 TRX back. Every 24 hours, you will receive 10 TRX until 310 days, or until you receive the maximum 310 through any of the other 3 ways. So it's whichever reaches first. Everything that you receive is accumulated and goes towards the 310 limit. Now, let's have a look at the direct commission, which is 10%. Direct commission is awarded to the sponsor when a direct partner makes a deposit. It goes for the first deposit and any future redeposits that might happen. Let's say your partner deposits 10,000 TRX. You will receive 1,000 TRX as your direct commission. Now, there are no limits to how many direct partners you can have. TRONCHAIN is a uni-level structure, meaning that you're building wide, not deep. And keep in mind, all commissions apply towards the 3.1 times limit. Now, the matching commission, my friends, this is the hidden gem in the entire marketing plan, and it is what more and more are starting to realize how powerful it is. This is leveraging on a high level. Now, a matching commission is based upon your partner's daily 1%. That's the daily return. Everyone receives 1% every single day. How much that is depends, of course, on their deposit. Now, the matching that you will receive is awarded every single time a downline partner makes a withdrawal of this 1%. The levels of matching that you will receive is based upon how many direct partners that you personally sponsored. You will have 1 level added for each level. This means if you have 3 directs, you will receive a matching commission on all partners on 3 levels down. That's your 3 directs, anyone they bring in, and anyone they bring in. If you have 10 directs, you will have 10 levels. If you have 15 or more, you will have 15 levels where matching is given. Now, on all your direct partners, on every single person that you bring to TRONCHAIN, you will receive a 30% match whenever they make a withdrawal. Let's take an example. Your direct deposits 10,000 TRX. He will receive 100 TRX on a daily basis as his 1%. Let's say that they withdraw after 10 days, accumulating 10%, which is 1,000 TRX. When they make a withdrawal, you will receive 30%. That's 300 TRX to you. So every single direct partner, you have a 30% match. On all partners on your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th level, you have a 10% match. On all partners on level 6 down to 10, you have an 8% match. And on all partners level 11 to 15, you have a 5% match. This is accumulating and showing itself to be one of the most profitable plans on planet Earth. I gotta say, we have community leaders that are receiving and earning anything from 10, 20, 50, 100,000 TRON on a daily basis due to the leverage of this matching commission. This is how you can build yourself a substantial residual income on a smart contract. And we're not done there, guys. We have a daily top sponsor pool as well. 3% of all deposits to TRONCHAIN is added to a separate daily top sponsor pool. Now, 10% of this pool is awarded to the top 4 sponsors of Tron volume every single day. Guys, that means every single day, 4 new people is winning 10% of the total daily pool. Right now, we have almost 11 million Tron in the daily top sponsor pool. That means close to 1.1 million Tron is being shared among the top 4 sponsors every single day. Now, the remaining 90% of this pool is rolled over to the next day, continuing to receiving 3% from all deposits until the next 10% goes out in order to increase the reward of the top sponsors ahead. Now, the allocation of the 10% is as following. Number 1 will receive 40% of the 10%. Number 2, 30%, 20%, and 10%. This means that the top sponsor right now is receiving close to 500,000 Tron for bringing in the most volume. That, my friends, is insane. That's more than $12,000. Congratulations to everyone that's winning this pool. Now, we also have what's called a minimum and a maximum deposit limit. This is done in order to maximize the sustainability of the Tron Chain project. Now, the first deposit is a minimum deposit of 100 TRX. That's less than $2.50. We're open to the world. Now, you can deposit all the way up to 100,000 TRX on your first. Now, keep in mind, when you make your first deposit or when you make a deposit, you will need to receive the full 310 limit before you can make a second. When and if you want to make a second deposit, this needs to be equal or greater than the previous. That means if you deposited 10,000 TRX in your first deposit, the minimum deposit on the second time will be 10,000 TRX. You can now deposit all the way up to 300,000. The third deposit needs to be equal or greater than the previous again, of course, up to 900,000 TRX. And the fourth and any after needs to be equal or greater than the previous, up to 2 million. So this basically means that you can never deposit less than what you did previously. You can deposit the same, or you can deposit a higher amount to increase and build your daily income. Because that 1%, if you deposit 2 million after a few times, you have 20,000 TRX every single day coming into your account. Now, keep in mind, guys, we have unlimited cycles and redeposits. So there's not a limit to 4, it is unlimited. Now, moving forward, let us have a look at the total distribution of the deposited funds into Tron Chain. Now, we have, out of the 100% that goes in, 5% goes away as a platform fee, 3% goes away into the daily top sponsor pool, 10% goes away instantly as direct commission, while a total of 82% of every single deposit is stored in the Tron Chain contract. And it is now distributed through the 1% and the matching commission. This means that 82% of my deposit, of your deposit, of their deposit, goes to the community pool and is being shared to the entire community. So 82% of what you do and your team does goes to the entire community. But it also means that what 82% of what the entire community does goes towards you as well. That is how we have been able to merge the powerful industries of the passive investor as well as the active marketer. We have one of the most lucrative marketing plans on the market, which is why we have world leaders from all corners working this business as a community leader. But it is also justified because it's all dependent on what you do. The more you do, the more you support Tron Chain, the more Tron Chain will support you back. Okay, let's finish off with a couple important notes. As we all know, Tron Chain is a community-based project. What does this actually mean? Well, it means there's no company behind it. There's no CEO. There's no owners. This is a community-based project where the success or the failure of it is all dependent on us. If we want this to run, it will run. If we don't sustain it, if we don't want to take care of it, it might stop. This is 100% decentralized, so there is no one in control of it. Everything is controlled by the smart contract itself. And of course, there's peer-to-peer transactions through a smart contract. Now, when 310% is received, a new deposit must be made to continue earning or receiving from any of the 4 ways. Why is this? Well, it's to eliminate the Ponzi scheme. It's to eliminate the pyramid Ponzi where you continuously use new members to pay the old. That is not happening in TRONCHAIN because every single old member, when they complete their 310, they make a new deposit, supporting every single member that has come in behind them or after them in time. So guys, we're eliminating everything with the 310 limit. We're also eliminating the possibility for anyone to come to TRONCHAIN and just drain the fund. No, you can support the fund. You are entitled to receive 310%. When that is received, if that is over 310 days, or if you do it in 1 hour because you're building a team, that is entirely up to you. If you do not make a second deposit or a new deposit, you will not receive anything else. You will not be able to withdraw more. But as long as you continue to support TRONCHAIN and its fund, it will continue to support you back. Now, minimum entry is 100 Tron. That is just above $2, $2.50. That means we are open to all participants globally. There are no restrictions. All you need is a little bit of Tron and the Tron wallet, of course. And the unique here, guys, the unique with TRONCHAIN is that there are no referrals required in order to receive. The 1% pays out daily to all members, 100% passive. If I'm not mistaken, my friends, we have just, or we are about to surpass 250,000 members in the TRONCHAIN community. And we have 250,000 members that have received. I do not think that there is a single project on the market that can claim the same. Everyone receives 100% passive. And the beauty of this is that since everyone is looking for passive, the passive ones end up being the biggest recruiters because they have an entire network that would like to indulge in passive as well. So guys, we have the optimum and the best combination that there is. And with the contract code of TRONCHAIN, we have a winner. Now, we know that we can increase the speed of our returns by helping out to grow the community fund through marketing and sharing of TRONCHAIN, of course. As I said, we have one of the most lucrative and justified marketing plans on the market. The more you do, the more you receive. And guys, we have people doing anything from $50 a day, $150 a day, $1,000 a day, $5,000 a day. And it's all because they have helped build this community. They're helping others to receive what they're entitled to as well. And as we also know, guys, ECLIPCITY team is developing a complete ecosystem of DeFi services, online gaming, crypto banking, and much more supporting the TRONCHAIN community fund. I believe that we are all familiar with this about now, but we are launching the USwap DEX exchange. This is the first proper decentralized exchange on the Tron blockchain. If you look past and besides the Just Swap, which is coming from Justin's son. And we have built this as an upgrade and a modification of Uniswap version 2. We are looking to have huge success. We're also deploying UME farming at the same time, and anyone providing liquidity to the USwap exchange will be able to mine and farm the UME token, which is the proprietary DeFi token, to the USwap exchange. Now, why do I mention this? Because we're saying we're building a complete ecosystem of DeFi services and much more supporting the TRONCHAIN community fund. So how will USwap support TRONCHAIN? Well, there's a 0.3% swap fee. Anyone who swaps on USwap will pay a 0.3 trade or swap fee, as we call it. Now, 17% of that total amount will be added to the TRONCHAIN community fund. Now, I'm not going to talk out of bounds, but Uniswap, their first year in business, they did $69 million in revenue to their liquidity providers from the swap fees. They're on track to do $400 million in revenue this year. Guys, imagine if we could have 17% of that added to the Tron Chain Community Fund. Now we have revenue, profit, additional income coming and added to the fund for additional sustainability. And that is the entire goal. Tron Chain is the heart of ECLIPCITY, and everything that we do and deploy as a project or service within ECLIPCITY and the community will be supporting the Tron Chain Community Fund and all its members. That is very important for all of us to know. My friends, with that, we are going to close off and stop sharing. Let us do that. And we have, if there are any questions, my friends, we would love to take them right now. I'm not going to read through what has already been written. If you have questions, type them in the chat box right now. What I'm going to do, and while you do such, we are going to have a look at the Tron Chain site itself. Because, yeah, I believe that we passed 250,000 members. Let us do an update there. Hold on. Let's scroll down and see. Massive, massive. Congratulations, everybody. This is huge, tremendous. In 3 months and 4 days, we have managed to build a community of more than 250,000 members around this globe. Congratulations to each and every one of you guys. This is an amazing achievement. I'm not sure if anything else has been done similar to this ever. So guys, we are writing history right now, and we're going to continue to do so. And I'm super proud. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for everything that you guys have been doing. It is beyond extraordinary. I have to say that. Look at this. We have 1.75 billion TRX deposited to Tron Chain over all time. 1,766,000,000. We have paid out more than 1.1 billion Tron to our members, leaving more than 526 million in the community fund. If that is not an achievement, I do not know what. It is. I'm just getting chills from looking at it, guys. It has been beyond any kind of expectations and imaginations that we could have. Congratulations to everyone. This is, as said, we have a winner here. Guys, let me see here if we had any questions. I see here everybody is, excellent, awesome, congratulations. This is amazing. All right, one question. Can we understand more about the top 4, the distribution of it? All right, so the top 4 sponsors. So the top 4 sponsors is the 4 people that have accumulated. Let me see here. Let me just share the screen again. The top 4 sponsors is the 4 people in our community that has accumulated and brought in the most Tron volume on their direct line. So let's say that you bring in 10 people and they all put $1 million each. That means you brought 10 million Tron to the community under that 24-hour period. That means you're probably going to win that win that prize. Now, we see here amounts in the daily pool. This is the daily top sponsor pool. We have 11.6 million Tron in this pool right now. And then we have the daily pool countdown. This is now 15 hours. When that counts down, the top 4 sponsors will receive 10%, or 10% of this amount will be distributed among the top 4. So in 15 hours, this will turn to a new 24-hour timer. And so every day, during these 24 hours, the 4 person that accumulates most Tron as deposits on their first line, on their front line, they will be a part of winning that pool. So we have 11.6 million Tron in a pool. That 10% of this pool goes out every day. So the remaining 90% goes into the next day, and as more deposits come in, the 3% is filling up the pool again, so it continues to increase. Now this pool started at 0. First day it was maybe 100,000 Tron. Today it's close to 12 million Tron. Now, if you want to look at the top 4 sponsors, there's a section here we can go in, and here you can see the top 4 sponsors at this current time. This is real time. So if somebody comes in and makes a deposit of 1 million now, the sponsor of that person will immediately go up to the top spot. And we can see this is the amount of TRX they brought in, 800,000, 700, 540, 500, and this is the amount that they will win. right now is 466,957. Now, during the next 15 hours, a lot more deposits will come in. That means more 3% will be added. So this number will change. It will increase. And then when the timer goes out, the 4 people will win. 10% is going to be taken off the daily amount in the pool, and then it starts over again. So that is how the distribution goes out. And as we can see, it's 40 out of the 10%, 40% goes to number 1, 30% goes to number 2, 20%, and then 10%. And that is the full 100% of the 10%. All right, I hope that cleared it up. We're going to go back in here. Question, do we have a Zoom for Aiden's Fall? People are asking me how we can earn Tron inside. We need more info. Congrats. Thank you so much. Congratulations to the 250,000. Absolutely there, Crypto. So we will have a Zoom for Aiden's Fall on Friday, because Friday will be the official launch of Aiden's Fall. Right now, we're still in a beta mode, so we're not playing for TRX. If you're level 40 or above, you actually have the possibility to have some TRX drops in the game already. But we're going to restart the game on Friday at 3 p.m. Moscow time, and that is when we're actually adding so that you can play and win with TRX. So that means in the game, you know, fighting monsters and stuff like that, TRX can be dropped. You can find treasures. You can compete with others. You can buy, you can load, and you can buy and upgrade your character in a faster, easier way. And the cool thing here is that every single TRX and everything that is being added into the game to purchase stuff with is staying in the game, and it will be won by you guys. You can withdraw that as a win. So that's going to be really, really cool. And of course, there is a percentage of that which is going back into the Tron Chain community. Awesome. Yes, absolutely. Bring your team. You know, we are ready to go live with that game. We have a YouTuber on and a Twitcher on standing by as well. So once we launch the game, we're actually looking to, within the next couple of months, at least have 100,000 players. There's millions of players for this game in Korea, and we're also actually looking to take that market. Let me see here. Greetings to all. Congratulations. We already reached 250,000 in the contract in 3 months. That is history. We're going for 1 million before the end of 2020. You know what? Absolutely, I cannot disagree with you. I was hoping for, you know, maybe 300,000 before the end of this year. We're already at 250,000. I have no doubts that we can actually make it to maybe 500,000, maybe 700,000, maybe even close to 1 million by the end of this year. It all depends on us and what we do. But with the launch of the online games, with the launch of the DeFi services, we're going to bring a ton, and of course, the banking, the crypto debit card, we're going to bring a ton of audience to Eclipcity. And all of them are going to see and experience and get exposure of Tron Chain. And I mean, who wants to turn down Tron Chain? All right, my friends. Let me just see quickly here if we had anything else. I don't see so. It looks like we are going to drop off. Waiting for the debit card, brother. When can we expect that? So I was on a Zoom with the CEO yesterday. We are looking at 2 to 3 weeks. We may be a subject to change due to the COVID and all this and all that is just delaying everything. But you know, we're very, very close. Everything is already actually set up and set and ready. So once we have the green go, we will push that out. It will be a link on Eclipcity's site where you can actually apply for the debit card, download the app, do your KYC and everything. So that's going to be great. Raphael's desire is that we're building Tron Chain to 1 million in the contract, 1 million, or to have 1 billion Tron in the contract fund. And you know what? We are going there. We're now at 525 million Tron in the community fund. 1 month, and we're going to have 1 billion Tron in the community fund. Believe me, we're going there. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for coming on. We had a great Zoom call. We lasted only 30 minutes. We're going to be great. I'm going to upload this on YouTube for everybody to use. If not anything else, we're going to see you on Saturday for the workshop. But, you know, stay tuned because there's going to be a lot. Aiden's Fall, U-Swap, much, much more. All right, my friends. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.